time to go be an adult. I've already done adult things today, and my quota for being an adult has kind of maxed out. I was hired by a new school division to be a substitute, so I did that. And now I'm going out. I had to get new health insurance because the health insurance I had through the university expires at the end of the month. And now I have to go get travel insurance for my trip next week. Too many adult things. So let's go. That I hope that this YouTube channel helps all the newbie teachers out there as well, because as much as there are some really great YouTube channels out there with some experienced teachers, I don't find that there are YouTube channels from new teachers helping other new teachers. So I'm hoping that this channel brings you that information that you're going to need as we go through this teaching journey together. So I hope that helps. Hi friends, so I thought I would do this video from my backyard and capitalize on the beautiful weather that we're experiencing this August long weekend, because here in Manitoba, summers don't last that very long, and pretty soon winter will be here. Yes, winter and the cold. So I'm going to take advantage of this weather as much as I can. And this video today, I'm going to talk to you about my experience in summer school as a new teacher. It was a very interesting experience. You can read a bit about it on my blog, which I will link down in the description. Being a new teacher, you know, you have that fear of, am I going to be good? Are my students going to learn? And am I going to be the best teacher for my students? Summer school here is 18 days. So typically a high school curriculum takes about 110 credit hours. I had to do 110 credit hours in 45 hours. Insane, I know, but I took on that challenge and I went and talked to my mentor teacher before I started. She gave me her material for grade 10 science, helped me look at all of the learning goals that the province set in the curriculum, and said, here's what's important and what you need to get to. Everything else, it doesn't matter. It does, but you're just not going to get to it. So that's what I did. It was a lot of fun. I learned right away that my classroom was filled with different types of learners, and I needed to adjust my lessons and my material to their learning skills. And I did that. And if something didn't work, I went back and I did it again. And I kept asking questions until they were able to understand it. Maybe I asked a little too many questions, but at least my students were able to tell me that they enjoyed the class and that they never had a teacher like me before who took the time to make sure that they really truly understood what they were learning. And that's what it is for me as a teacher. I was able to sympathize with them. I struggled in grade 10 science with certain subjects, with certain units within that subject. And having, you know, some teachers who just didn't really want to take the time to help you, even though it was their job to do it. I wanted to make sure that their learning experience was a good one and that they're able to go into the next grade knowing the things that they have to learn. So time crunch was definitely an issue. 18 teaching days, what the heck? Different learning styles. And that's okay. I think being an educational assistant for so long and then going into the education program and seeing all the different types of learning styles, that really helped me be able to differentiate the learnings for them. Also to my grade 11 topics in science from my last year of student teaching. I hope that one day they watch this video and truly understand how much they changed my life as a teacher. Because of them, I am able to differentiate my teaching for every single learner that I have in my classroom, and they truly changed my life. So grade 10, grade 11 topics in science from River East Collegiate, thank you for making me a better teacher. Making sure that my students were okay and that they weren't getting overwhelmed with the schoolwork and that they would be able to make it through the 18 days and come out on top. And they did. Every student passed. Now you have to understand these were students who came in under 50. So for them to achieve greatness in this class, it was fabulous for me. So summer school was pretty awesome. I am just going to enjoy the rest of the day. I'm going to show you what I have been doing with little video clips throughout the last week or so since summer school has been over. Good afternoon, everyone. I almost said morning. It has been a long night and a long day. Can't believe it's already 1 o'clock. So I'm on a mission to do a few things before I leave. The first is to find some picture books so that I can take with me on vacation, so I can do a video and upload that for you on picture books for middle school and older kids. I'm going to take part in that hashtag from Jen Jones, Courtney, from Ramona Reeds, and from Jess, the whimsical teacher, on how you can use picture books for older students. So let's go find a library that's open. It's Sunday. There should be a few, but according to my library app, none are open, which is odd because usually they are. So let's go find a library that's open. So the first location was actually closed. So let's go to the second one, but first I have to stop into the drugstore and buy something. Okay, the second location was closed too, and a friend of mine on Twitter told me that all Winnipeg public libraries are closed on Sundays until after Labor Day, and it's been like that since Victoria Long Weekend in May, which goes to show you how I wasn't really paying attention because I haven't been in a public library since before my last student teaching block ended, and that was April. So I think what I'm going to have to do, and I think this is best, is actually find the pictures on the internet, save them to my iPad so that I can do the video like that. Because in this way, I'm not carrying around all of these picture books while I'm on vacation in the United States, lugging them around. So it's for the best. Now I need to go into Costco to pick up some pictures and maybe just check out what they have for back to school. Pray for me because tomorrow is a long weekend, and Costco, if it's a long weekend, the Sunday is usually busy because Costco's closed whenever there's a holiday. So pray for me. I'm getting ready to go on a vacation in a couple of days. First, I am heading to North Dakota to do a teacher PD, and then after that I'm headed to Minneapolis to have some fun in the sun with family members that live there. You're gonna find me by the pool at my aunt's apartment complex because that's where I'm gonna hang out. But there's some other things that I want to do. Some really cool things that I'm gonna video blog along the way. And I'm gonna try and do some video vlogs while I'm there. My aunt has a little studio within her apartment because she does podcasts. So I'm hoping that I'm able to use her equipment to do my vlogs for you. So who knows what I'm going to do. So thanks for tuning in while I talked about what it was like being a summer school teacher. I know it's not a lot, but it just went by so fast. Don't forget to check out my blog. I hope that kind of gives a little more detail about what I did during summer school and the challenges that I faced. Don't forget to subscribe, the button's down there. Leave your comments, and I'll leave my social media accounts out there for you to follow. So thanks for tuning in, and check out what I have done over the last little while. Coming up, some vlogs that I want to work on are picture books, especially Indigenous picture books that teachers can use in their classroom to teach Indigenous history, and picture books that you can use with older students to teach, especially Canadian curriculum. I'm getting on the bandwagon on the movement with Courtney from Ramona Recommends, and Jen Jones, and Jessica Martin from The Whimsical Teacher. You can use picture books with your older students to help get across the material and the curriculum that you need to understand. So be on the lookout for Indigenous picture books that you can use when teaching about residential schools here in Canada, because you can use it. There are some wonderful picture books out there that you can use to help teach your students about Indigenous history here in Canada, especially residential schools. So stay tuned for that.